So ethnocentrism, ethnocentric people, right? Um, yeah, that's a thing. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what to say about ethnocentric people. It's just that they're ethnocentric and that's what they are. I talked about this maybe a couple years ago and I never talked about it again. Um, they're just ethnocentric. But I'm not ethnocentric. Like I can talk about my culture as an African American a million times a day and I won't talk trash about anybody else's because I understand that we have two different cultures, two different ways of life. I understand that. That's normal. In my that's normal, okay? Like but to some people I don't know how they feel on the inside of their own bodies, but some people can't aren't aren't like that. Some people are wired, um, and it possibly has a lot to do with, I don't know, rearing, how they're raised, their own cultural belief system, but some people are ethnocentric. And I don't okay. Okay, so they will go around and degrade other people's cultures because they feel like it's not like theirs. Like say for instance, as a black American, I just let me think of an instance where okay, boom, like like looking somebody in the freaking face in their eyes when you're talking. Like that's what the flip I was raised to do. Don't look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you, right? Now, in another culture, that might be totally disrespectful, like totally disrespectful, okay? But not in black culture. You look people square in their freaking face. Whether they be a king, whether they be a president, or whether they be, I don't care who it is. You look them square in their freaking face. But just because they don't do what I do doesn't mean that they don't have a culture or their culture is bad. You know what I'm saying? But ethnocentric people, they think their way or no way. And if it's not their way, then it's bad. Like, I don't know. What can you say? There's a lot of ethnocentric people on on TikTok and on YouTube because this is what you get. Like they fail to understand that I don't need a naming ceremony to name my child as an African American. There are things that we do when we name our children, but a naming ceremony isn't one of them. And that's bad to some people. That's bad. I don't know why. I'm assuming they believe you don't have a name unless you have a naming ceremony. I'm not quite sure. They will really be upset about the culture of people. I forget their name, but they don't even have personal names. That's their culture. I forgot the name. It starts with an M. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But I read about them a while back. They don't have personal names. Like they don't have personal names at all. That would really throw them for a loop. So yeah, so a lot of people are online that are ethnocentric, and that's just and that's why and some are xenophobic. A lot of it's ethnocentrism. Some of it may be, um, I don't know, a bit of tribalism, but all of it goes hand in hand. Who knows? Like who knows? But but because your culture does something that mine doesn't do, doesn't mean that I don't have one. And even though there are elements of culture, music, like for instance, one of the um comments that of course I block because it makes no sense is one that said music is not culture. Yeah, it is. It's one of the elements of culture, and I think a lot of people don't even know what what culture actually is. They've never actually done a study on culture and what culture is. It ranges from perspective all the way to music, all the way to institutions, all the way to, all the way. Because all that is different in every country and in every society and in every people.